guys, welcome
your idea.
to my video. I needed to retake this video multiple times during time. Also, originally I was gonna edit this video. It's nighttime and I can't tell you anything without lighting. So you can just listen to this guy on the radio.
To be good. And it's the richest, most powerful people in those societies spending it whatever it takes to get the best gear and the best training. Because you're right, everything depends on it.
And it's still life and death. I mean, that's fascinating. That's fascinating. We perhaps have lost that forever with greater weapons. I mean, the artistry of sword fighting, when it's life and death, and you go into war, you have the Miyamoto Musashis of the world, right? I don't know. There's a poetry to it that there's a mastery to that I don't know if we could achieve with any other kind of martial art.
Well, one of the good, you were talking earlier about the good effects of the internet, social media that we sometimes overlook, and one of those is that there were all these isolated people around the world who were interested in this, who found each other and kind of created a network of people who help each other learn these things. So that doesn't mean that anyone is up to the level that you're talking about yet, but it is happening, and so there's a large number of old treatises, old written documents that have been dug up from libraries, and people have been going over these and translating them from old dialects of Italian and German to make sense of them, and learning how to do these techniques with different weapons. Actually, there's a guy here in Austin named Damon Stith who does historical African martial arts. Also martial arts of enslaved Africans who would learn machete fighting techniques in the Caribbean, South America. Yeah, he's probably within a mile of us.
That's awesome.
Amazing guy.
I'm gonna look him up.
Yeah.
Can I ask you for advice? Can you give advice for young people, high school, college, undergrads, thinking about their career, thinking about life, how to live a life they can be proud of? You think quite a bit about what it's required to be innovative in this world. You think quite a bit about the future. So if somebody wanted to be a person that makes a big impact in the future, what advice would you give them?
I think a big part of it is finding the thing that you will do happily and I don't want to say obsessively, because that sounds like maybe it's pathological, but if you can find a thing that you'll sit down, you'll start doing it, and hours later you kind of snap out of it. Where did the time go? Then that's a really key discovery for anyone to make about themselves when they're young, because if you don't have that, it's hard to figure out where you should put your energies. And as you might have the best intentions, you might say, I want world peace or whatever, but at the end of the day, what really matters is how do you spend your time, and are you spending it in a way that's productive? Because it doesn't matter how smart you are or well-intentioned you are unless you've figured that out.
And so it's finding the thing in which you can you naturally lose yourself in. Mm-hmm. See, the thing is, at least for me, there's a lot of things like that, but I first have to overcome the initial hump of really sucking at that thing. Like, the fun starts a little bit after the first hump of really sucking, and then you could suck just regularly.
Yeah.
So oftentimes people can give up too early, I think. I mean, that's true with mathematics for me. It's for a lot of people. Is if you just give it a chance to struggle. If you give yourself time to struggle, you'll find a way